Welcome to another video, and in today's video I wanted to focus on big blind strategy. I'm going to be taking it from this book that I've been following for the past couple of weeks, Mastering Small Stakes by Jonathan Little. I watch his YouTube channel. He plays pretty high stakes tournaments on America's Card Room. A very good player, a very good book, huge book, 600 pages. And tons of different tables, hand range openings. Today I'm going to be focusing on page 170, this one. So it is facing a late position raise and you are the big blind. And this is one area I have a lot of difficulties with. There are opponents that raise almost 100% of the time on the button. Oftentimes it's less, maybe 50% or less. But here is the optimal calling range. And so I'm going to focus on this. I have it plugged in here. This is from his book, all the different positions. So we're going to be faced with a button range of this, 42% of hands. And we're going to be calling in the big blind with 43% of hands. And obviously a far less of a range. And I've been running that in GTO. In the past 55 hands I uploaded, here's the out of position range, which is us, and the in position range, which is the button. So you can see they're both 43% of hands. Except ours are going to be a little worse, but we do have more connectors. He's going to have, obviously, all of these. So I built the tree with several flops, 15, 14 flops. And the betting patterns, I'm going to be playing out of position. So the button's going to be using these statistics here, betting 50% to 100% of the pot. I play the micro stakes 6 max, and usually they'll continuation bet with 50% to a pot size bet 90% of the time. So it's good to see what your equity is, and that's what this will help you do. And as you can see, 27 wins, 27 losses with this chart. So I've never used Jonathan Little's hand range chart before, but it seems to be quite optimal against a button raise. So let's run some simulations using Flopzilla. And what I like to do here is look at the different statistics in each situation. So if you've never used these before, we'll run some examples here. And I like to hide the equity and guess it on each flop, turn, and river. See how close I am. I'm getting better and better. I used to be quite a bit off, but I did a lot of training in Equilab. That's this tool here. If you've never used this, they have a great equity trainer. And if you use that enough, you can set it up like this. So I was running, so here's the chart we're using. So our opponent's going to be using the button chart. This one's a little different. And our chart looks like this. And then what you can do is run some scenarios where you're on the flop and you have to estimate the equity. So if you do this, I like to do about 50 to 100 questions. And at the end of the session, I'm usually about 5% estimated equity. Bottom pair of clubs. Almost a coin flip. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. I'll make another video. I've already made a couple of videos on that, but I haven't uploaded them yet. This is a great program. If you spend a couple hours a day doing that, you'll definitely improve almost instantly. You'll be able to tell what the equity is on the flop. But on the turn and river, it definitely is more difficult to calculate instantly. And if you're playing 2, 4, 6 tables, you can't be spending 20 seconds to try and calculate the equity, plugging it into a program. You have to just kind of know within a range of 5 or 10%. And that's what this program will show us, the equity, as well as Flopzilla, what it is on the flop, turn, and river. So here, let's hide the equity. I like to show the solution. I'll toggle between training mode and show solution just to, I'm always going to check back here like 90% of the time, assuming we called from the big blind, and so the button raises, we called, and now action is to us. Generally going to check back almost any hand. And you can check raise in some scenarios. So I found it takes longer to load when you load different betting patterns. Like I loaded the subset here of 2 bets. And if you load 3 bets, it definitely takes longer to calculate. But that's fine. I don't mind waiting a few seconds. Let's load this. Alright, let's play some examples. Alright, see, oftentimes you can check here and check raise your opponent because they'll represent the flush. So let's try that. That's about even here. See, now it's 50% to call or raise. So we'll raise and we take it down. And they would probably fold to a bet. So let's get some equities. Queen high, backdoor hearts, probably around 30%. And you shouldn't really be playing with less than 40% equity on the big blind when the flop hits. So this would probably be a check fold when he bets, probably around 30%. So we'll check and fold. Oh, this is slightly higher with the king high, but still probably only 35%. 9, 10, yeah. 35, 31, 32. So we'll check fold again. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Probably around 25%. 20. We'll check fold again. That generally doesn't take this long, and I have it on the fastest speed. Close out some programs. I need more RAM. So that definitely hurt our equity, probably down to 10%. And I guess it's probably gonna advise bluffing on the river. And if you right click, you can see his whole cards. He hit the king, so I'm gonna check. He checked the king. It's a tricky player. Alright, we hit the ace. So probably around 65% equity, 75. Check. And he's not going to have a bigger ace here a lot of the time. He's playing these aces, these. So here he's going to have middle pair, an ace 18% of the time, 2 pair 10%, and nothing 38% of the time. So let's see, our equity definitely jumped here, probably around 85%. We'll check again. It does not advocate a raise here, but I kind of like a check raise here. We'll check call. Check. So he had king deuce. He would not have called a check raise there. King high. Good shot. Backdoor diamonds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably around 35%. 27. Alright. Good draw potential. Could be a check raise if you bet. So 35% of the time you could bet here. Represent the king or the jack, because he's going to have a weak pair 50% of the time. So let's try it. And he hit the king. Let's see, equity is about 50%, probably closer to 60, 65, even 70. 65. We'll check. A check raise here could be nice. Good draw here. That definitely helped our equity. 80%. Bet and a call. We hit our flush. Does advocate a check with our flush, obviously to induce a bet if he missed, and raise, which he wouldn't call. So we'll check. Top pair, 62%, 65, 75, 78. So even with 78% equity, you shouldn't bet there. Generally check everything, just check raise. Out of position. And here you can bet on the turn. That definitely helped our equity. 88%. And he folds. Ace high on the 2, 3, 4. Close to 50%. Yep, exactly. So it's definitely worth a call here. So that will actually keep our equity the same. Actually, slightly improve it, a little above 50%. Yeah. So we'll check again. And that hurts us, 40%. So we'll check and call. Ace high wins. Top pair, top kicker, that's around 75%, 65. The diamonds, yeah. If this was a rainbow board, we'd be at 75, 80% equity, but with all the diamonds, and since we don't have one, it's much lower. Check. Not good. A call, I suppose. Check call. He had the diamond. Queen high. Not very good equity here. 30%. Check fold. We hit our queen. Still says to check. Bet the river. What's our equity? So he's going to have a 2 pair here a lot of the time. Almost 50%. %98 to fold. Alright. Guess the queen's no good. Let's see what he has. 2 pair. He had the ace. Oh, 54% equity. I wouldn't have guessed that high with just the 10-3. Oh, we hit the 3. Yeah. Yeah. He's bluffing. Oh, he hit the flush. Never mind. Heart, heart. And oftentimes a good training tactic or training I like to do is just look at his cards and see what type of situations you get yourself in. Just play his cards face up. You can also, click the turn and river. I don't usually do that, but looking at his cards can be interesting once in a while. And oftentimes I'll toggle this off and just play like this. So the equity here is quite low, around 25-30%. A 2, 4, 3 diamond. Usually it doesn't take this long to load, so I apologize for the delay. You need a supercomputer to run this thing. I think this tree is like 6 gigabytes and eats up 16 megabytes of RAM, 100% of my CPU. Okay, we got the open-ended. No diamonds. Still around 35%. Less. Oh, it does say to bet. Okay. And now we're in trouble. Fold. So 7, backdoor diamonds, king. That's close to 50%, 60%. We have the diamonds. Check raise here could be interesting. No. And we have the 7. Check call. What did he have? King 10. Ah, he hit the straight on the river. So let's see what our... so we're staying pretty even. We're actually up against the super GTO plus computer. Quite a good player. If you can beat this thing on a consistent basis, you should be able to do well in the micro stakes games. So I've been playing probably 8 hours a day. I've been taking a break from playing online just to really focus on the different positions. Like here, like I said, this is just a big blind versus button call. And you can also do big blind versus, so say the low jack first position raises and the big blind calls. So big blind versus low jack call. So this should be a range. If the first position raises and you're in the big blind, you should be calling with this range, obviously raising. In the book it talks about the different 3-bet scenarios, but this is just the calling range. That's what I'm focusing on today and probably for the next few days, calling from the big blind throughout the different positions here. As you can see, there's a lot of different scenarios here. Also from the small blind, which can be a bit more tricky. So like a button versus a low jack call. And also while you're playing, you can have this chart up. On PokerStars, it doesn't allow you to use it. It somehow blocks the software. On America's Card Room, where I like to play, you can actually have this set up, which is nice, just to know maybe what your starting range should be. If you're on the cutoff, you should be raising with these hands. On the button, small blind. I've also been using this one from the Grinder's Manual. Slightly different. But this week I'm focusing on Jonathan Little's GTO 6 max chart. So yeah, I'm gonna color code all these. Just focusing on this one today, and then maybe I'll spend an hour or two on each one. But the problem is you have to load each of these into here and run the solver for each hand range, which can take a while. This can take about 2 hours to load 15 flops on my computer, which has like a pretty average processor, If you really need a fast computer, a gaming computer to run, it takes maybe, I don't know, 10-15 minutes per flop, but it changes. It runs slower if you didn't have all these settings. It would run much faster. So let's get back to a few more hands here. It's our time. Don't want to make these videos too boring. I sit here for hours and do this. I don't usually talk to myself though. Well, I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to all you guys out there. Usually I'm just thinking. Alright. And while this has been loading the flops, I do the Equilab training program. Equity here, with no more hearts, probably, the board paired, so probably around 50%. 60. Check raise, no. Probably still around 60. Check call. Not looking good here. 40%. I would fold. Generally fold anything less than 40% equity on the flop. That's around 65%. A call. That hurt us down to 45%. A raise here 25% of the time. That would be interesting. What's he gonna have here? A draw most of the time, so he would probably call the check raise. Two pair, top pair, 40% of the time. So it's either 50-50 between two pair or a gut shot. So that probably wouldn't work out. Let's see what he has. I'm gonna fold. Yeah, he's not folding the ace king there. That's about 30%. Come on. We got the heart draw. Still around 30. Oh, it improved us to 42. I would have thought the ace would have hurt us. Check call. Doesn't say to bet. King high. Ace. Hits the ace and checks. 6, 7, 8, 9, probably around 40%. Call on our draw. 10 or a 5, 8 or a 6. So he will have the ace or the king 20% of the time here. And our equity decreased here probably to 30%. Does advocate a call, even a raise. Because if he doesn't have the ace and just the king, he would fold. So let's try a raise. And we take it. Check the king jack. Pretty good equity here. 65%. 70, 78. Okay. hurt us probably around 65%. Really? 80%? I guess, I don't know. That definitely helped us. 83%. Check raise here. No. That's pretty bad. 25%. Check fold. Check call. Really? I guess there's a couple of draws to see a turn card. If a club doesn't hit or anything that improves our straight potential, we're going to fold. That's not looking good. Probably around 20%. So a bet here 33% of the time. Obviously our equity is about 0. Let's try it. He called with a 3. Wow. Okay. Queen 8 will be around 35%. 25. The middle pair, no spade, probably 40%. Wow, 55. Of course, call with anything over 50% equity. That probably improved us. Still the same, 54. And that hurt us, probably 30%. Really? Alright, check call. Check take it. Let's see, ace high, probably 45%. Maybe a check fold. 40%. The 6 with the king, over 50%. Slightly. That probably keeps us at around 50%, slightly above. Check call. And a lot of straights out there, so he's going to have a straight 25% of the time with that hand range. And just an ace high 25% of the time, so we'll check. Ace, he had a straight, I think. He had a 7. So, top pair with the 3, it's going to be around 65%. The clubs definitely lower the equity, so we'll check. If we had a club, it would be a much higher percentage, or 5% higher. That doesn't hurt us too much. 62. That helps us. So a check raise here would be nice. Pocket 5s. Ace high. With the diamond. Probably 35%. Fold. Ace with the 7 kicker, 65%, 75. Check. Oh, it doesn't say to raise. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty abysmal kicker. that didn't hurt our equity. 73. That hurt us. Well, no, 80%. Okay. Raise and take it. See what he had. Definitely not an ace. A 10. So ace high, 35%. Wow, 50% here. Ah, with the diamond, yeah. Wow. I have to get better at realizing the equity here. Over 50%. Yeah, the 2 overs with the diamond. Pretty weak board. Okay. Diamond. Diamond. That definitely hurt us. 38%. Yeah. Oh, we have him beat. Alright, let's cheat. There we go, see? I mean, it could be worth a call because, what, did he really hit the queen there? And we can catch an ace or a 10. And we got the good old ace on the river. And we could check it here and raise him. All in. Alright, that's what happens when you can see their whole cards. He had nothing. Suboptimal. If only you could do that in real life. Right click on their cards and see their cards. Okay, middle pair with a heart, almost 50%, a little above 50%. Yeah. Well, that helped us. Still have a case to check. Probably around 85%. Quite a few draws. Check, huh? That'll be a check raise. Yeah. And check. We definitely hit probably 92%. Oh, wait, what? I guess, yeah, if he has an ace now, we're nullified. If he has... wow. Pretty much if he has an ace, yeah, we're beat, so check call. There we go. What did he have? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. 32%, that's going to be a check fold. Top pair, that's going to be 60%. 70. Check call. We check raise possibly? Let's see. No. Check raise is a bad idea. Turning a set. Check call. And check again. He had the flush draw. A nice 8 of spades here would have been nice. Top 2 pair. That's 85%. A check raise with top 2 pair. I don't know if I like that, but let's give it a try. I'll probably fold. Second nut flush draw. King high. Close to 50% here. Maybe slightly over. Yep. Now slightly less. 40%. A bet. And we hit. Pocket deuces. Definitely not looking good here. 35%, maybe 40. Call and fold is, I mean, well, you're just looking for a deuce, really. it could be worth it to call one straight. Get a deuce on the turn. Ah, all right. And a lot of times he's not going to even have anything here. No made hand. Top pair 16% of the time, middle pair. So he's really got a pair 35% of the time. So we are slightly ahead. Still even. We are getting bad. Yeah, let's see what he has. I guess I have to fold. Queen 10. Okay, we'll call. There, he hit his 10. Now we can check fold. King 8. Not looking good here. 30%. 40. Wow. 40% and we should fold. I guess so. Curious to see what he had. Ace high. Wow, full house. Okay, good fold. 3, 4, like 35%, more or less. Good draw potential. Let's see what the turn is. That will dictate whether we fold. Yeah, that definitely hurt us. 10%. And now we're drawing dead. 5%. So the same flop. Check. Check 9, probably 40% here. Maybe less. That hurt us. 17%. No bet. Let's try it. What did he have? 10s? Oh, we had the 7. And he called with the queen and king out there. So let's check out our almost 90. We'll do 7 more hands. Make it a nice 100 to get a good sample size. 10 jack on the same flop. Definitely 35% less. I guess if it's less than 30%, I should just say less than 30%. You don't need to know the exact equity if it's less than 40%. Now I hit the 10. 10 of clubs though. Definitely above 50%. Check raise could be optimal there. And the 10 and the jack. Alright, check raise could be good here. So what does he have? Top pair, 37% of the time. A jack. Or nothing. So he's not going to really be calling a raise if he has nothing. And if he's got a top pair, he's probably not going to fold. So, and he had a flush. 20%. 15. Not so bad. 20%. Oh, the middle pair with the ace. It's above 50%. Opponent is thinking. There we go. That's definitely around 85, 90%. Yeah. A bet here. Keep getting the same flop. Got 15 different flops. Oh, equity is maybe 40%. Wow, 53. I was off with the ace-x equity by 10%. 6, 7, you got the 8, the ace, no more clubs, probably around 40%. 50 still, wow. Wow, there we go. Is that 100 yet? 2 more. That's garbage. 12%. And not very good, 30%. Still around 20%. All right, that's 100 hands. Let's go through some of these. So 45 wins, 54 losses. And we are playing quite a strange range here. So he's got all these cards he can hit. Oops. And we held up pretty well with that. We made $144 against the Super GTO Plus computer. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for here. One thing I wanted to do for a little bit was focus on estimating the equity maybe with this situation here. So doing the range of the big blind for him, the button rather, and the call for me. So same thing we just did. Do a couple training programs. This thing. Do some examples. I'll go through and this is what I usually think in my head. I like to spend maybe 2 to 3 seconds per question. Just kind of crank it out. You get better and better and better. In the beginning, you're going to make some big mistakes, but so you think middle pair, definitely above 50. By 0.7. So the ace high, not tremendously good here. Nine, 10, jack, queen, decent draw. Wow, 50%, really. 6. Wow. 4. 9, 10, the jack, king high. A little less than 50. 4, 5, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8 with the sevens. Second pair. Ooh, 70%. 9, 10. Pretty horrible. 3, 10. Just as horrible. Ace high with the jack. I'm probably looking at a coin flip here. Ace 6. That's bad. Ace 6 again with the 6. Above 50. Top pair, the weak kicker. Really? Top pair again. That's a nice draw. Underestimating my hand values. What am I thinking here? 8, 10, what are we at, 9 or nothing? 7, ace high. Yeah, less. 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 40. Yeah. Ace 4, 5, ace high. Probably less. Ace 8, ace high. 5, 6, 8, 9, 2 clubs. Well, that's close to 50. Whoa, what the? Oh, I didn't even see the 9. Dang it. You do this too fast and you you make mistakes. That one doesn't count. That's gonna ruin my average. Guess you should spend a little more time. If you do this like for 100 hands, you start just making mistakes. But hey, you're gonna make mistakes. Yeah, I don't know about that one. 40? No, probably less. Yeah, I was gonna say 40. Top pair. 6, 7, 9. Yeah. The deuce. Probably 50%. Bottom pair. Ace 7. Just the king high. Pair of tens. 4. No, probably close to 50. Bottom pair again. A little better board. Yeah. It's the club and the draw. Pocket fours. Second pair. 60. Bottom pair. Wow, higher than 50. Alright, we have the ace of spades. Whoa. 100%. Well, I guess he could have pocket, or no, pocket kings. Second pair, weak kicker. Really? Wowzers. Not doing so good. $65. $78. Ace high. Deuce jack. What the? Heart draw. Less. 40%. 7, 6. 25. Deuce king. Probably 80. The diamonds. We have the clubs though. Yeah, 85. 6 queen. No. Nothing. Ace high. 8, 9, 10. Like 40%. We'll do one more. Make it 50. Nothing here. Alright. So we made that tremendous blunder. I didn't see the 9s. That hurt my average. Otherwise, it'd probably be around 5%. I'm striving to get below 5% for my average difference for all of them. So here you can see the average absolute difference. And I like to go through the ones I got off by 10%. This one doesn't count. Can I remove that one? So I'll go through these and see why, if I undervalued them or overvalued them. Here I undervalued the heart draw. Yeah, that is kind of a monster. Close to 70%. The 7s here undervalued. Overvalued the 4s. Undervalued, undervalued, undervalued. So I have to stop doing. I have to remember that my opponent's hand range is pretty much ridiculously large. I think I'm using this one. Yeah. So that's his hand range, 41% of hands. So your hands are going to be worth a lot more as opposed to something like this range. So that's going to be it for now. I'm going to take a break and get something to eat and be back for session 2. I usually go for about an hour doing the training here on GTO. I'll play about 100 hands, and then I'll do about 50 or 100 hands in Equilab, and at the end I'll analyze a few in here to see the mistakes I made to get better at the equity. And I may go out and upload some more different scenarios here. I was thinking of doing small blind position or like low jack, call. There's a hijack. So the big blind call and so the hijack raises and the big blind calls. This is our hand range. Pretty similar. But definitely, let's see, 43% versus 43%. Huh. What the heck? So it's just a different range? Wow. Oh, wait. 24%. Okay. Over here. So it's definitely tighter than the, I was like, what? And then the low jack call, 23%, 24%, cutoff, 25%, 43%. So I'm going to go through all these. I'm going to color code them to remember which ones I do. And so these aren't really worth doing, the raising ones. This would be an interesting one. I'm not going to win many. You never know. The more often you do this, the better you'll get, and I'm surprised by the results here so far. Alright, so yeah, that'll do it for now. I'll be back in a little while for another video.